Hello. Today we're going to talk about how World Championships history may just be made in this World Championships. Alright, so you're probably wondering, what am I talking about? Well, you see 3 Pokemon here, right? All 3 of these Pokemon have won the World Championships at least 3 times. And by at least 3 times, I mean exactly 3 times. Because no Pokemon has ever won the World Championships more than 3 times. So, all these Pokemon have at least somewhat of a viability in the format and could potentially win the World Championships again. As all of them have won the World Championships 3 times, we might have the first Pokemon to ever win the World Championships 4 times. And if it's going to happen this World Championships, it's going to be one of these 3 Pokemon or potentially 2 of these 3 Pokemon. And we'll still be at a tiebreaker for best Pokemon of all time. So let's talk about the first one, Incineroar. Alright, you know him, you love him, you know all the stuff he does, right? So, obviously, Incineroar has a very big chance at winning Worlds. But maybe that 3 times only curse will come for him eventually. Maybe this time, right? There's never a guarantee on a Pokemon winning the World Championships unless it's at 100% usage, which has never happened before. So, Incin, obviously, out of all 3 of these, it's got the best chance, right? Now, what kind of moves would the World Championship winning Incin won? After all, in 2018, Snatch Incin won, right? So you always see some, kind of tech moves. Helping Hand could be a big thing. But I think it's most likely going to be the standard set. Willow, Knockoff, Fake Out, Parting Shot, right? You got your usual Pokemon. And, you either have Terra Grass, but I think most likely it's going to be Terra Ghost. Safety goggles, right? And then whatever EV spread is being run by Incin. So yeah, Incin is pretty good. I think it's definitely something that most people are going to run. It's definitely going to be in that number 1 slot. I doubt Rillaboom gets higher usage, or Urshifu Rapid Strike gets higher usage. But yeah, both of them are really good, but, they're not as good as Incineroar. So, yeah, I think Incin might have the lock on this World Championship, but I don't want to say anything too soon. Definitely not throwing any bets on money, because the World Championship is when people get more creative. And how do they get creative? They run Snatch on their Incineroar. Alright. But, what other moves does Incin have that could be, funny to run? I mean, we might see Taunt Incineroar out there. I remember when I saw on the World Stream last year, Charm Fluttermane, so we don't know what we might see. We might see Assault Vest U-Turn, Burning Jealousy could come back. Snarl could be a thing. You never know. We might see Protect Incineroar on a team. Helping Hand, as I said before, could be something. Yeah, that's really a lot of moves Incin has, right? That's his whole thing. Flare Blitz, a move you kind of run when you're not running Pelipper, but yeah. Next up, Amoonguss. Now, you have the Regenerator ability. Amoonguss won its 3rd World Championship last year, right? So, I think Amoonguss is going to come in very good this year. We've seen how good it is with Terra. Very good Pokemon, counters a lot. Put in Trick Room, you can Spore a lot of Pokemon. Spore is, one of the best moves. Rage Powder is really good. You have a lot of stuff. You have Sludge Bomb, Pollen Puff, Protect. All these great moves that Amoonguss has access to. I think the most common set is going to be something like Spore, Rage Powder, and then, Protect, Pollen Puff. Although Sludge Bomb could also happen. This Pokemon is probably the 2nd most likely to win its 4th World Championship. I think it's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, ability, item, what would you run? Either Citrus Berry, or you would run Mental Herb, or potentially Rocky Helmet. I'd suggest those three, and I don't think any other items would be normally ran on Amoonguss. I don't think there's a lot of niche moves you could put on Amoonguss either. Maybe you could do, like, Clear Smog, but, like, I doubt it. So, yeah, I don't really think Amoonguss has any niche moves. I think you kind of want to stand with its standard 5, a combination of its standard 5 with Spore, Rage Powder, and Pollen Puff always being on there, and then, like, Protect, you could probably substitute for, like, Sludge Bomb. Maybe Grass Knot. Next we have Thundurus. Prankster. We've seen it kind of pop up recently on the Zamazenta teams. I forget what the set is exactly, but I believe it's like Eerie Pulse, Thunder Wave, Thunderbolt, Protect, or Taunt. Either one of them. Pretty good. Maybe we'll see like a niche, like Rain Dance, but I doubt it. I think it gets access to Rain Dance. It gets access to Sunny Day, which is funny. No Sandstorm, though. No Snowscape. Which only Tornadus gets access to that. You gotta want to run this thing over Tornadus, but, we've seen it have some usage. It's not the worst Pokemon. Could definitely win the World Championships. It's got that potential. You'd probably want to run either, like, Terra Dark or Terra Steel on this thing. Terra Grass isn't the worst. I don't necessarily recommend it, because you're still weak to Ice no matter what. Terra Steel is a really good defensive type. Really good. You're not weak to Ice and you're not weak to Rock, which are your two weaknesses. So you get rid of your weaknesses like that. You're immune to Poison, if that means anything. Item. There's a lot you could run. You could run Mental Herb. You could run Safety Goggles, the usual supportive Pokemon stuff. Yeah, if you leftovers, Rocky Helmet, Citrus Berry even, all of those have potential. But I think most likely Safety Goggles might be your best bet here. Because as we said, Amoonguss. You probably run max speed on this. I don't really know the set. I don't really play Thundurus, so I'm not going to even try to guess the EV spread. And Amoonguss, I'm not playing any EV spreads. Incineroar, it's like a toss-up. I don't know how much speed they're going to want to invest. Amoonguss, I don't know the bulk spreads that well. I mean, I've used Amoonguss a couple times, but I don't even remember my own EV spreads, so, And then Thundy, I also don't know. So, yeah, the EV spreads, they're not as important as the moves that might be ran. But, like, being real here, if you noticed, all three of these Pokemon are supportive Pokemon. That's what wins the World Championship multiple times. Because, like, looking at the list, I checked the list of what Pokemon have won the World 3 times. Aside from these, it's Salamence, Snorlax, Cresselia, and Metagross, and I doubt any of those four are winning. If I see any of those four winning, I will eat my hat, right? At this point, if I see Salamence winning the World Championship, well, it's just over. It's just over. Yeah. Cresselia winning the world. I guess Cresselia has a little bit of a chance, but it's not, like, major. I doubt it's going to happen. Snorlax won't be a thing. Metagross also won't be a thing, so none of them have the potential to win World Championships for a fourth time. There's some Pokemon that could win a World Championship for a third time. Kyogre could be a 3-time world champion now and could be the first restricted to be a third-time champion, which would be kind of cool. Kyogre being the first 3-time world champion restricted. Always a cool thing. Rillaboom, most likely going to win its second world championship. Urshifu, most likely going to win its second world championship. Yeah, that's really all I have to say. So, see ya.